What's going on, everyone? ODC here, and I'm back with another video. Today's video, I kind of wanted to discuss something a little bit different. The Mattel Creations WWE New Generation set. I'll just call it Ring Set. Ultimate Ring Set of Eternity. They've come out with real scale rings. They've come out with ultimate real scales before. This is a set that I am conflicted about. So, if you go on the Mattel Creations website, you'll see that they had a couple exclusives. They had a Sergeant Slaughter, and then they have this for the wrestling fans. Wrestling fans. I'm sure you all know I have a long storied history with pro wrestling. I love pro wrestling. I might not discuss it as much just because not a lot of people on my channel apparently enjoy it enough for me to put in the hard work that it takes to actually do the content for wrestling. But I still have a love and an affinity for pro wrestling. I still watch it. I still love it. It's never going to go away. With that being said, I mostly don't watch... I haven't watched the current product in about 2 years now. I just simply have not been enthralled with anything going on with the new product. That being said, which has nothing to do with what's going on here, I do have a big soft spot for the new generation stuff. And mostly because a lot of people don't really like the new generation era. They always talk about the Attitude Era to the nth degree over and over and beat the dead proverbial horse over and over and over again with the Attitude Era stuff, which I still think the Attitude Era is as popular as it was, is extremely overrated within the ring stuff. Stories being told, different story, but in the ring work, left a little bit to be desired. But anyway, that's a different topic for a different time, and I've discussed that multiple times and given you multiple reasons based on fact. But anyway, talking about this set here. The set here is a Mattel Creation set, which is essentially a Kickstarter. People don't like to use the term Kickstarter because, you know, Kickstarter is its own thing. But that's all this is. This is a Kickstarter. It's $250 for this set that you see here. And everything that's included in the set is the entrance display, which we all know if you watch the New Generation Era, this is accurate to the New Generation Era. Anything from 1993 to about 2000, anywhere from 93 all the way to about 97, late 97, I guess 98 you can consider the Attitude Era. 97 was the last year for the New Generation Era, regardless of what people want to give you. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that was pretty much the era. And for the most part, until they started going to the big Titantron, this was the entrance display for 93. Well, they had the Raw logo, but most of 93, I want to say a majority of 94, into 95, and then 96 is when they started changing it to more the Raw logo, where it said RAW. But this was kind of the entrance for that early New Generation Era, which I can appreciate because we don't get a lot, like I said, a lot of New Generation stuff. We might have a decent amount of figures that have been released, but it's few and far between we really get that. And when New Generation stuff does come, it's always hard to get, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm still in search for the Kama figure that was supposed to come out in like 2 waves ago, and I just haven't seen it ever. So I don't know what's going on with that figure, but I'd like to get it eventually. This set here goes for, like I said, $250. You get the entrance ring, or the entrance, the ring entrance, excuse me, I can't talk. And it does have a light up LED features, and it does 3 different settings for that. Then you have a cloth curtain that goes in the front, that little black area in the where the entrance, where the figures or the wrestlers would come out. There's no carpet or anything like that. They just had an aisleway. I think this would have probably been nice if they would have given us those old school kind of entranceway barricades with the old school, like, just metal guardrails leading at least up to the ring. If they would have given us maybe 5 on each side, so 10 total, just leading up to that ring, so you could at least have something else a part of the set as well. Then you have the Big Daddy Cool Diesel Ultimates figure, which goes for around, I want to say the Ultimates go for around $30, $35, around that area, give or take. The ring itself is not your typical real scale ring. There is, I think, sculpted, if you lift up the ring, not the ring skirt, but the actual ring padding, you'll see that there's actually sculpted wood beams on there. They're not actual wood beams, because that would just be ridiculous. I actually have seen some customizers put wood beams in their real scale rings, which is, I think, hilarious. But this has sculpted wood beams to give it that extra aesthetic, which I think is kind of pointless. It's a cool thing to have, but it's pointless because it's kind of covered up the whole time. So unless it makes a specific sound when you drop the figure on it, like that ring mat sound, we all know what it sounds like if you're a wrestling fan. But unless it makes that sound, it's kind of a pointless feature to have and try to sell people on, because it's covered up most of the time. What I would have preferred instead of that was give us another figure, maybe like I said, the guardrails, and then give us a bunch of ring skirts instead of doing all of this extra tooling for stuff that you're barely going to see. Wrestlers rarely pick up the mat and slam people on the hard wood. There was maybe a few matches in the past that they've done that, but it's few and far between. It's not a normal, regular thing that happens. So why include it? I don't know. It's just a funky feature they decided to pick on. The turnbuckles are a little bit different, but they very much do look the same. Obviously, they are different. You can see that in the photos that I'm including here. But, I mean, I have the retro ring, and it's really kind of a tough sell for me on the ring. I feel like I have like 4 fucking wrestling rings now, and it's like, do I need another? So it's like, unless I sell all the other 4 and just get this one and just say, screw it, I'm just going to get this one, that's it, and hopefully it gets backed, then it's a gamble. If it doesn't get backed, I get refunded my money, and then, I'm out a ring. So it's hit or miss. The next thing is the stretch goals. These have 2 stretch goals, which I think they should go with 3 and include 2 items in one stretch goal to really try and get people to get there. The first stretch goal, I think it's if you hit, they need 5,000 for this, and I think if you hit 7 or 9,000 or something like that. The next stage is Doink the Clown Ultimate figure, which, it fits the criteria, but we've gotten 2 Doinks before. Do we need a third Doink? And is that really a selling point at this point? I don't necessarily think so. So it doesn't really sell me as to wanting to get to that extra mark for people. So Doink's not selling me at all. I have 2 Doinks already from the Heartbreak Hotel series and the Elite series. So it's like, it's not really selling me all that much. If you would have given us a new character, like somebody funny, because it's going to be an exclusive, do like fucking Mantar or do with the head stupid headdress thing. Like, do that. Do something funny like Bastion Booger, or somebody dumb. Like, don't do another Doink. We've already gotten Doinks. Do I don't know, Men on a Mission tag team. How about that with Mo and Mabel? Let's do that. That would probably sell people as to wanting to reach this goal. How about the Quebecers? I understand you probably can't get, PC or PCU to, or PCO. PCU, I'm thinking of the movie now. PCO to probably sign on. So, I don't know. But there's plenty of other ideas. Johnny Polo, do one of those. I don't know. There's so many different aspects. You could have even done the Hart brothers, obviously minus Owen, but you could have done that or something like along those lines. There's lots of different ideas that they could have come up with instead of just doing another Doink the Clown, which is, just dropping the ball. The next goal, the next tier is a bunch of ring skirts. I feel like this set should already have come with extra ring skirts. It's at a $250 price point, and you're getting an entrance that lights up, which is cool, and it's accurate, except for the WWE logo on it. Obviously, they can't do WWF. It's accurate enough. The Diesel figure, which looks great. Yet again, I already have 2 Diesels. Why do I need a third? I would have preferred a Razor Ramon and over a Diesel. Or if you did Diesel and Razor Ramon in this set, that would have been great too. Because, between Diesel, Razor, and Shawn Michaels, they all had feuds. Or, you know what? The hell with it. Give us another Shawn Michaels in a better attire. With actual knee pads with hearts on it, please. That would be nice too. I know we've gotten a lot of Shawns, and maybe I'm sound like I'm being hypocritical here, but Shawn's attires were a lot more iconic than another Big Daddy Cool Diesel in Ultimates. We're probably going to get an Ultimates Big Daddy Cool Diesel anyway, so why bother doing it here as trying to be a selling point? People already have 2 Diesels at this point, or at least have 1. Why do you need another? I don't know. So, I don't know. I feel like there is certain things, certain aspects that we could have got. Wildman Mark Marrow. These names just keep popping in my head. These are all characters that we could use that Mattel probably could have signed for this or as an exclusive. So I don't know. There's just a lot going on here as far as why I'm on the fence. The ring itself, like I said, it looks really cool. It's an innovative design. I think this should have been a design they probably should have came out with anyway instead of doing it as a kind of Kickstarter thing. And if it's not backed, they're not going to make any of this, they said. Which I'm going to call bullshit on because they're definitely going to make that Diesel figure. I just feel like there should be more. At $250, let's try and break this down. If a real scale ring is about 90 to 100, I'll just give you that much, $10 difference. 90 to 100 for a real scale ring, and this one is supposed to be an Ultimates ring with sculpting and all this stuff. And it only comes with 1 ring skirt, where other real scale rings came with multiple ring skirts, like a SmackDown and a Raw one. This one only comes with 1 set for the new generation era. Then, you're looking at about, 110, maybe 115 with the extra sculpting and stuff. So 115, then Diesel's 35. I'll give him $35 for Diesel. Okay. So now you're at 140, 150, 150-ish. Okay. You're at 150. You can't tell me that the entrance thing on its own is another $100 worth. I can't see that adding up. And while I do want this set, I just don't know if you break it down like price point wise. I mean, the ring, unless the ring itself costs $150, and then even then you're looking at another $35, so that's $175. Or no, I'm sorry. If it's $150, $185. Sorry, my math is terrible. Sorry. It'd be $185 if the ring is worth $150, and then diesel is $35, so $185. Now you're looking at another, I don't know, $60, 50, $70 for just an entrance. I just don't know if that's justifiable. I personally, this is just my personal opinion on it. It's a tough sell. I don't know if they're going to make it to 5,000. That's a lot. If they were at 2,000, I think it would be made. 5,000, I can't see it happening. Maybe I'll be proven wrong that there's still 30 days left on it to join up, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the deal is there with the wrestling crowd and see how much people want it. But from what I'm seeing, a lot of people were commenting, "Oh yeah, that's way too much. I don't need it that bad." And you already got a niche crowd with the new generation era. Now a lot of people want that stuff. Now you're even making it more difficult at 5,000. I think it's a little bit unrealistic. 2,000, I think you make it. 5, oof. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. I might be wrong. And as much as I don't know. Like I said, I'm still kind of on the fence here. I don't see the value, though. It's a tough sell, I think, personally. But that's just my opinion. Also, with the last of the stretch goals, with the ring skirts, I'm pretty sure I tried to get the best photo I could, as far as trying to get this video hurried up and done. I tried to get the best video or the best photo I could of the ring skirts, and it looks like you get a WrestleMania ring skirt set for all four corners, and then you get what looks to be what I could make out of that photo, because it's very fuzzy, a in your house ring set, ring skirt set, which is cool and all. I feel like they should have came out with this already, because in your house is now a pay-per-view for NXT, so why wouldn't you have that out already, is beyond me. But I feel like maybe maybe I would have went a much different direction with this, and these are just thoughts that are off the top of my head while I'm just talking about this. So I'm just shooting from the hip here. This is not scripted or anything like that. I'm just going off of what I think. I still like the Ultimates line. I think it's a decent line. I don't know about the price point for some of the figures at that price point. I feel like they should 86 all the old Elites and just make the Ultimates line the Elites line. That's been my sentiment for the longest time now. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for listening. Would you back this project? Would you not? Let me know in the comments below. This doesn't have to be a volatile thing. Just, we're just discussing the topic at hand. So let's try to keep it civil in the comments for all the newbies. All my old school people, you guys always keep it cool in the comments, so I don't have to worry about you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.